Hello friends, we're here today at a garden in an ancient town near Hengshan. I'll put a link to where this is. This garden is from the Ming Dynasty. I already failed shooting in another location because apparently they are closing soon, but the guard has been nice enough to say that I can stay and finish one drawing. So we're gonna try to get this done in a reasonable time. And you can draw along with me, or draw what's on the channel, or draw whatever it is that you are going to draw already. And let me just move this stuff out of the shot so that you can have a beautiful drawing of your own. So whatever it is you were gonna draw, remember, as we always say on this channel, there is no good drawing, there is no bad drawing. There is just getting out there and doing it. So let's get one done. And hopefully the audio and all that stuff is working. Just so peaceful. So I figured we could get one done here. And maybe it will be in this gallery opening that I'm gonna have in China in a couple weeks. There were just some things in here that I was like, oh, I gotta draw that. Hopefully I have enough time. So I think this will be about a 20-minute. And remember, you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. You can draw what's on your desk, draw what's on your mind, a photo of a friend. Oh, here's the guard. So we'll see what he says. Maybe he'll even watch. Very kind of him. All I know is that he said due, which means yes or okay, so I assume that I'm okay. It takes so long to set up the camera and the microphone and all that stuff, so I'm grateful that he's letting me. I was trying to draw in a merchant's home, an ancient merchant's home. Maybe I'll come back here or show the interaction in some extra footage. No, okay. They do this cool thing on the tiles here. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but there'll be this W shape, and then each of the tile will have like a little lion's face almost on it. I'll have to ask online what the origin of that is. Maybe they're like reference to the lion guards that are outside so many of these villages and temples. Maybe I'll do 2 rush drawings, we'll see. I was gonna try to set up 2 cameras so that you could see progress, but there's no time for that right now. And remember, if you don't make a drawing that you're happy with, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a good drawing. Whatever a good drawing is, I don't know. I know that the last few videos I've tried to shoot, the audio came out terrible. But, you know, I'll probably post them anyway because a lot of this stuff is just for me or about process and about teaching. Hopefully I don't get locked in here. Made it the Ming Dynasty village. That'd be kind of cool. Like night at the museum, but more niche. God, they're so good at building gardens here. When they do it, it's so beautiful. And one of the things I love about China is that all of the little houses in the countryside, everyone has their own little vegetable garden. You can see them growing. Just tons of morning vegetables. What are they called? Like morning glory. Different root vegetables, different things for stir fry, peas. And you see lots of old people just puttering around in their gardens. And some of them definitely are sharing the gardens, which is so unique when you think about America or the West. Just a different attitude here. Growing their own ginger. It's such an interesting time to be in China right now because of the trade war. And you just get to see up close and personal how much of what people say about China is just propaganda. And I feel really, really lucky to be able to be here and to experience all this. I feel very grateful to the Chenyan Artist Residency for letting me be here. I'll put, if they do have a website up by the time I post this video, I will try to put a link to that. If not, I will put an email that maybe you can reach out to. I don't know how that works, what the best way to do that is, but it is great that China is opening up to the rest of the world while the US is closing itself off. And I really encourage anyone who's watching this channel to question their preconceived notions of almost any country. Any place you think you know that you haven't been to, you don't know it. And that's just the truth, because just like people who haven't talked to you don't know you, you don't know someone else's nation. You just can't. It's not possible. If you haven't been there, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't tasted their food, if you haven't walked in their shoes even for a second, how are you going to know something about them? So, and that's probably a good thing to do every day of your life. Whenever you have a thought that is like, oh, this is how that is, you got to think, is that really true? Is what I really believe about that true? Because so many of our preconceived notions are wrong. So, I know that's all obvious, but it's a constant practice to question your own beliefs. You know? Constant struggle. I truly believe the people that you want to surround yourself with are people who want to grow, want to learn, and want to change over the years of their life, you know? Want to become someone. And that's part of why we keep making art, even if AI is doing it, is because art it's never about money. It was never about the finished product. It was always about making it. It was always about the experience. Ooh, making some mistakes on this one. That's okay. Those are only what I see as mistakes. It doesn't make them a mistake. Someone else will see this drawing and they won't even see that. Or they might not like it for some entirely other reason. might not even get to finish this. The guard might come and tell me, time to go. That's okay too. You know what's also great to think about is I can't be the only person to have drawn on this bridge. Someone else has definitely drawn what I'm drawing. Been around too long for me to be the only one. They're using these interesting techniques in this garden that I've actually seen in Central Park. Frederick Law Olmsted, a very famous landscape architect, would use this amazing technique where basically Central Park is built so that you can't see the other side of it, so that it always appears to be larger than it is. It will create mounds and distance so that, and loop through itself. So this path curves in a very natural way, so you can't see exactly where the path is going at all moments. And that creates the illusion of the garden being much bigger than it is. Along with that, it also mimics kind of how a river flows through nature. So often a path will loop under itself, and it's so cool to see that repeated in an ancient structure, an ancient garden, the way that it has been relearned in more contemporary architecture, landscape architecture, that is. Maybe that's just my observation and it's not true, but I think it is, as someone who studied that. And if you are drawing a scene that you see, which is a difficult perspective, it doesn't have to be perfect. But if you do draw it, please send it along. I would oh so much appreciate seeing it. Sorry. I'll post it on my Instagram. I'll tag you, all that good stuff. It's funny because I'm on the bridge. The bridge can't be in this drawing. A constant dilemma with these videos that I've been shooting. I don't get to draw the most beautiful part because I set up a video facing the most beautiful view. Though I have to say it's a very beautiful view today, so I'm not complaining. And I will put a link in the bio to where this is if you want to come and draw here yourself. And you're so lucky to get a visa to China. I highly recommend you come. Check it out. And don't just go to the top 5 or 6 places that everyone says to go, the Great Wall, etc. Try to get out here and see some of everyday life, some of the more rural areas where people really are living. Some of the non-famous cities. Go to Guangzhou or something. Whatever it is that you want to go to. Go to Pu'er. Go to Yunnan. So much to see out in the world. Even where you live. Even if you can't go travel, and you're like, I don't have the money to travel. There's something near where you live that you haven't seen. I promise. It's a big, beautiful world. There's a lot to see. In Calvin and Hobbes, they say, let's go exploring. You can do it. There's always something new to see. I'm almost done with my drawing. And if you're not done with yours, you can mute me, put on some music, and just loop the video and keep drawing the landscape, or you can keep drawing whatever it is you're drawing, or put on another one of these videos, like and subscribe, all that good shit. You know, turn on that alarm for when I post next. I try to post every Wednesday. It will at least be one every Wednesday for a year, so I'm not going to run out of good drawing content or things to see on this channel. And come draw with me. If you find this helpful, please let me know, because let me tell you, I'm just doing it for the love of it. And yeah, get out there and draw. Here's what I did, and I'll post it right over this video. And I'm gonna put the finishing touches on this. And if you like my art and you want to buy something, I have a link to my store down below. all that good stuff. Maybe I can even make prints of this drawing. It's going to stay here. The original is going to stay at the artist residency here for people to enjoy, or maybe for someone else to purchase. Okay, that's all. Goodbye, sweeties. Pretty happy with this one.